Welcome to Filamented Makes. Today I'm reviewing a 3D scanner that is super portable and super easy to use. Let's check it out. The team over at Shining 3D was nice enough to reach out to me and say, hey, we'd love to collaborate. For one, I've been looking for a 3D scanner for quite some time. Two, I 3D print all the time. Now, most of my designing I do from scratch. However, it would be super convenient if I could 3D scan, for example, something in my car and design around it. I'm going to tell you guys why this by far makes this whole process super, super easy. Inside of the packaging, you'll see a power adapter, a USB-C to USB-C cable, a wrist strap and ring screw, a few markers for your scanning, a calibration board holder, scanner itself inside of a silicone case, a figure for you to scan. Really cool. It's a little Einstar. Seems like a penguin astronaut. Really cool. A quick start guide, packing list, and a carrying case. The coolest thing, the absolute coolest thing I've been able to see so far is that I can go from taking it literally out of its case to scanning within a few seconds. It's literally that easy. And this device is like, as soon as you you leave the home screen, it's immediately like wanting to scan things. You can kind of see like, there's my face, there's my glasses, right? Like this thing, it's in a state of just scanning the whole time. It's really, really cool. Some of the key features that this thing offers is that it has two different scan modes. It has HD scanning for high detail, high precision, smaller objects that you can scan up close. And then it also has fast scanning. So if you wanted to scan something a little bit larger and you do a rough scan at a farther distance, you could do so as well. And again, you do it all within the software. Literally only takes a couple clicks to switch between HD or fast. As soon as you start scanning, and again, it's immediately out of the packaging. You type in, if you want, you type in your Wi-Fi password, your user account, and then you're scanning, or you can literally hit skip and you're scanning. Like that's as easy as it gets. As soon as you start scanning, it takes you through this 5 or 6 screens where it just shows you kind of the gist of how to use the device. It's very, very simple, walks you through each step of the process, but even if you accidentally skip through all those things like I typically do, as you're doing the scanning, it also guides you through the entire process, which again, makes it extremely easy. I've used a few different scanners in the past, and I can tell you some of the most difficult things to do are find the sweet spot of scanning. Figuring out what is the right distance, the right angle in order to capture all the right details and not to have too many pockets of missing data. This thing has a built-in distance, like a sweet spot meter, where as you're getting closer or farther, it'll tell you whether or not you're in the right spot. Another cool thing is it'll mark the scan. So as soon as you hit play and start scanning, it'll shade the device or the model that you're scanning in the computer software. It'll start to color it, whether red or green. And if it's red, it means that it was able to scan, but not at an optimal distance. And if it's green, it means that it was able to scan within the right appropriate distance, which is really cool because you could always come back and make sure your model is fully green. Now, this little device, not only is it a full-on scanner, it is a full-on operating system in order for you to do all of your mesh corrections, editing, and get it exported and ready to print, which is really, really cool. I essentially don't need any software in order to go from me wanting to scan this thing to me wanting to print it on my 3D printer, which is absolutely cool. Again, another difficult thing about 3D scanning sometimes is making sure all of the right things are in the right place. You know, the right scan setup, you got the right software setup, you got the right licenses, everything is connected correctly. This thing, literally right out of the box, is doing everything for you. There are a few different ways to get your parts from the scanner to your computer. The easiest way to do so is with the provided USB-C cable. Plugs right into your system and you're able to go on your way very, very quickly. The other way, by going on the device itself, and uploading it to your space in Shining 3D's cloud. So there is a Shining 3D cloud service where you're given if you buy this device, you get 5 gigabytes free of cloud space. And as soon as you're done doing your scanning, you don't have to connect any cables to your computer. You could literally hit upload to this workspace. You can have multiple people within this workspace working together and getting access to these files, which is, again, super, super cool. And they make it very simple. There's not a whole lot of buttons to click. There's not a whole lot of different settings to mess with. You can calibrate the system. It's recommended to calibrate every 7 days, and it's a very simple process, and it walks you through the whole step, every step of the way. And again, setup is almost instantaneous. There's really not a whole lot for you to do when setting up. Now, I did do an HD scan of this little guy here, and I already actually have it running on my 3D printer. So I'll show you guys how that turned out. I did scale it down just because I was anxious to see it print, but I'm going to do another high detail scan and see how much detail I'm able to pick up with the scanner. I think I'll be impressed. I do plan on challenging this little device. Everything from being able to scan really high detailed objects all the way to scanning my car as much as I possibly can. From interior pieces to exterior pieces, and then figuring out how to design around them within CAD software. This is going to be a very exciting tool for me to start using, and very excited to show you guys all the uses I'm able to get out of it. So if you thought this review or this video was helpful, please hit the like button below, follow for more content. I will be posting a lot more about how I'm using this thing and all the stuff I'm able to do with it. So if you like the content, follow for more. Thank you guys.